Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the Gibson Mod Shop Collection Update. I'm your host as always, C-Bus Brian from the rock band Sanitarium. Check us out at sanitariumrockband.com. We got some quote-unquote new guitars, reissued guitars perhaps. The Victory series is back. They have made them $2,500 and $2,000, depending on if you want a figured top or not. Dark satin green. Okay, kind of a darker, I was going to say greener olive drab, but look at those pickups. Those are white. Not the typical zebra pickups. Let's go to the back. Now, the Victory series was released Norland era. I'm going to say 80s or maybe late 80s, because they were trying to make a super strat, basically. We have gold mist satin. It's all right. Okay, so they were trying to make a super strat for the Gibson line. I think I've heard Trogley talk about how it was just too late in the time period. You know, it just didn't work because they waited too long to do it. Which one's that? Dark walnut. Yeah, I kind of like that one. The color, I should say. I like the tots on the side. I like the Explorer headstock. That's always kind of cool. And going back, here we go. You can also get it in translucent ebony burst. Take a look at that one. That's sort of that, they've been using that burst on exclusives. Or at one point. I mean, I know they've done a lot of them. So let me know what you think about the Victory series being back. You can also get it in iguana burst. Let's see what they look like on the back. Oh, it's darker on the back. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. Maple top. Yeah. I love the way that looks. That green's awesome. Call that guitar the Hulk. Oop, no, go back. It also has wine red for Jerry Gantrail. And Smokehouse Burst. That would probably be my favorite. I kind of like the way the Smokehouse ones look. But if you've ever noticed, oh, it's got a black back. Well, what's the point of that? The Smokehouse Burst that Gibson does, you know, you could find 10 different guitars that look completely different from each other, and they're all Smokehouse Burst. It's a very strange finish. But let's see. What are the electronics in it? 80s tribute humbuckers. That makes sense. With the push-pull pots and the coil splitting and all that lovely junk that I don't use. But, you know, cool. Do they have? Yeah, figured A. So there you go. The Victory series is back if you're interested in that sort of thing. They look all right to me, you know. Anyway, you're here for the Mod Shop Collection. This week we got 8 guitars. 3 of them have sold. Here's what's left over. I'm going to check that, make sure. 3, still 3? 2, 4, 5, 8 minus 5 is 3. Yay! Let's start off with 1964 ES335 reissue Canyon Sunrise. Okay, so we got a year, and we got the word reissue. So you know this one's going to be expensive. Let's take a closer look. This finish reminds me of a finish that they had. Gold hardware. Was that 3 weeks ago? Wasn't. I don't think it was last week because I wasn't here. Maybe it was the week before that or the week before that. I don't know. It was a Les Paul that had this sort of perimeter with a plane in the middle. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I think the middle looks too plain. This almost looks like it was like stored wrong, you know, and it got, you know, like cheese when you know the edges aren't wrapped right and they get all dried out. That's what this looks like to me. Gold hardware. Same on the back. Same on the back. Natural neck. Yeah, that just looks like left out cheese. I like the way that neck looks though. You get the crown. You get figured sides, though. I mean, that's kind of cool. Looks like you get somebody's hair, too. You can make a clone. It's like Trapped in Amber, like Jurassic Park. Gibson Park. So, year, word reissue, you know it's going to be expensive. Let's say, what, $5,000? Ha on the nose, plus tax. Boom. $5,000 for an ES335. 2024. It's a reissue. Canyon Sunrise finish. Not a fan of the finish. Modifications consist of the transparent orange perimeter burst to a natural center on the front back sides with a natural gloss neck, gold hardware, gold covered burst buckler 2 in the neck, custom buckler 2, Alnico 2 in the bridge. Well, there you go. No switch washer, blah, 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 blah. 7.85 pounds. And you get a lifting case. Did we see the case? I'm sure we did. Could have gone the other way. There we go. Yep. Yeah. It's not my favorite. It's all right. It's still there. Next. Ooh, a rare acoustic. I lost the word acoustic. A rare acoustic in the Mod Shop collection. Hummingbird Custom Moon Vine Glow. We got gold hardware. And you get the little inverted headstock. I bet the headstock would fit right in there. Probably an ebony board. Green perimeter burst, I guess you would call this. I kind of like the way that looks. I would dig that on a Les Paul. Oh, do my eyes beseech me? A little less of a perimeter on this one. Either that or it's the lighting, you know. It's an interesting green. And, yep, look at that. We get a stinger. A bursted headstock with a stinger. Gold hardware. Interesting. There's one fancy acoustic. It is a custom. Ah. Okay. Did somebody forget to finish that edge? Did you run out of sandpaper? Those look like nylon strings, don't they? Ran out of sandpaper. Put it out anyway. Well, alrighty. Was that finish checking? Already? Brand new guitar, finish checking? Maybe it's just the grain. Probably a spruce top or something. Let's take a look. $4,400, and this acoustic guitar could be yours. 2024 Hummingbird Custom Moon Vine Glow finish. I like the finish. I do. Modifications consist of the finish. With a matching stinger on the back, no pick guard, which is kind of weird because that's where the Hummingbird guitar gets its name, is from the Hummingbird on the pick guard, but okay. LR bags, whatever that is. Session VTC controls, okay, it's probably something special. 4 3/4 pounds. Forgive me, I'm not familiar with really any acoustics guitars. I have a couple, so I don't know if that's heavy or not. I like the finish. A bit pricey for an acoustic guitar for me. I don't know how that could possibly sound any better than a $400, $500 guitar. The acoustics probably take a little bit more skill, maybe? Do you think acoustics are harder to make than electrics? Let me know in the comments. Bella. Next, we got one for the lefties, a Les Paul Jr. Bronze Fog Metallic. That is a dark root beer. You almost lose the pickguard in it. A nice rosewood fretboard. Thirsty, of course. We got a dog-eared P90, just one. And we got a wrap tailpiece. Maybe intonatable. I'm not sure if those are the right screws there at the bottom to be intonatable. Yeah, we can get a little better look at the color on this. I like the way that neck looks, though. They do like a glossy back of the neck and satin everywhere else. That'd be kind of weird. I'm not a fan of this color. It's all right. Got blacked out tuner tips. Something. Showing me something there. Get a nice case. What the heck? I don't know what that was. $1,500, probably the low ball for the update this week, I'm sure. It's been a while since we had one that low. What do we have? We have 2024 Les Paul Jr. Bronze Fog Metallic. I'm not a huge fan of that finish. Modifications consist of the finish, deluxe tuners, the blacked keystone buttons, weigh 7.4 pounds, and you get a hard shell case. Woohoo! One for the lefties if you got an extra $1,500 to $1,800 laying around, depending on what tax is. Next, Les Paul Access Custom Teal Terratop. Terratop? Didn't I see him in Vegas? Yeah. Terratop? Okay, we have gold hardware with the gold Floyd Rose. Possible a sparkle in the blue finish. It's a dark. Probably really reacts with the light. You know, Gibson should really start adding videos to these to really kind of show off what these look like with the light. That looked like a satin back to me. Oh, bare bones. Apex head cover. Looks like we got a head carved, not cover. Looks like we got a DS number. We do. DS number 171 with the mod collection stamp. You can't put it down here on the horn, so to speak. Whoa, sorry, that just went flying. That is... they gave it a satin natural back. Somebody dropped a toothpaste tube. See, it's not a very good picture. What do we got? $4,600 for Les Paul Custom Access 2024. Teal Terratop finish. Modifications consist of the finish, gloss top, satin back, and control. Gloss top and satin back, and controls consisting of two 500K volume pots, 2 push-pull 500K tone pot. Why are they telling us the Ks of the pot? Shouldn't they be 500K? Because they're humbuckers. I don't know, whatever. Coil splitting, it's an Access, so it has all the fancy electronics. 8.45 pounds. Not a bad weight for a guitar, that's for sure, especially one with a Floyd Rose on it. 490R, 498T. And, of course, you get the mahogany body, ebony fretboard, of course, medium jumbo frets. Hip, hip, hooray. It's all right. I think this one would look a heck of a lot better in person. That blue, I think, probably pops a lot better in person. If I remember correctly, this is the first one that left today. This was the first one that got bought. ES335 figured Dusty Pine Burst. Okay. We got the Bigsby. We got the capped off studs. Put the custom plaque on there. They should do that. Ambered over knobs. Very nice. Gold hardware. Gold hardware goes good with the green. This reminds me of a billiard table. Tortoiseshell pick guard. Looks like we have a rosewood fretboard. All right, okay. Small block inlays. I'm digging this one. I'm digging this one more than that natural peanut butter burst or whatever it was called at the beginning. Look at his back. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Baby got back. I bet that moves like crazy in the light. And then we got a nice neck. That's a killer looking back, though. Bravo on that one. Gold hardware everywhere. Oop. Yep, they're getting hungry on the line again. You got to give them longer than 15 minutes for lunch there. Whoops. I forgot to tell my phone not to receive any messages. Shame on me. That's okay. We're almost done. Nobody ever calls me anyway. Now look, I'll get a phone call. And that messes everything up. So, forgive me. I'm going to do not disturb. There we go. There we go. Looks like we got some orange peel here. Yeah. Somebody's sharpening their nails. there on the binding. Nice looking case. That's a nice looking guitar. I'm not surprised that that was the first one to go. And it was $3,500. We have a 2023 ES35 figured in Dusty Pine Burst. I like this burst. I like the color, I like the finish, whatever you want to call it. Modifications consist of the finish, ambered natural sides, neck, and gold hardware, gold covered T-type pickups, of course, because, ES35. It's 9.05 pounds. Okay, I think that's actually a little heavy for an ES guitar. Maybe. Well, it's got the Bigsby on it, so that may be throwing the weight off, so to speak. Not 100% on that. Next, we have, ooh, that's pretty color, Les Paul Custom Jupiter Blast. I almost said Jupiter. Jupiter? Let us look at this. That is killer. Are they going back to this again? Because you can tell this kind of started off as it started off as a gold top, and then they spray it over. They did that with like 3 or 4 guitars, like in a one a week in a row for a while there. We have, I believe these are P94s. These are the big ones that fit into a humbucker slot. So you could probably take these out and put humbuckers in them. We have volume, tone. Okay, so that's how they wired it up. This is interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen 3 like P94s or P90s on a guitar. I love this color, though. Good on that. It works with the chrome hardware. It's a custom, so it's got the ebony fretboard. Well, I mean, that's a killer-looking mahogany back, so I can kind of understand why they didn't do anything over top of it. But then again, it also goes with it being a gold top to start with. Looks like we have another DS number. That is a killer-looking back. All right. Mahogany's got some nice look to it sometimes. What number we got this time? 188. Okay. So Back to the Future guitar. I know, not 180, it's 88, but whatever. It's close. I don't know if they have the 088. Whoa, what happened here? Somebody dropped their cigarette? Jeez. No smoking on the line. Man, that looks terrible. Wow. Okay. It almost looks moldy, you know? Well. Well. Oh, well, I don't know. Is it maybe that's minerals in the wood grain? That looks like an angry face. Anybody ever see Tron? I am the CPU, or whatever. But you can really see that gold top there. I'd love to see this one in person. I really like the way this top looks. Even with those imperfections, or whatever you want to call them. Jupiter Blast. See, I said it that time. Jupiter. And now I can't say it again. It's a custom, so it's at least 5, right? Well, 48. Okay. That's close. $200 off. You bring that up with taxes, for sure. 2024 Les Paul Custom Jupiter Blast. I like the finish. Chrome locking tuners, Grover locking tuners. Okay, keystone buttons. Tune-o-matic stop bar tailpiece. And it weighs 9.7 pounds. Almost a chunky monkey. Black mini knobs? Black mini knobs? What do you mean black mini knobs? What the heck are you talking about? Black plastics and black mini knobs. Huh? What? What are they talking about? Mini knobs. What am I missing? Talk to me! I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. Let's see. The electronics. Yep, P94s. Neck, bridge, and middle. 3 volume, 1 master tone, so you can blend them all together, I think. I think that's how they do it. Depends on what the middle section, like the selector switch. If it's up, it's something. If it's in the middle, it might be all 3 of them. That's how I'd want it wired. I'd want it all three, just so I can blend in just this really cool tone. Next, I think we only have 2 left. It's going to be a quick night. Les Paul special. Pool Shark Satin. Okay, Pool Shark. Okay, for a second there, I was like, what's green got to do with pools? Nope. We're talking billiards, ladies and gentlemen. We have clear knobs. We have a nice, billiard green. We got Soap Bar P90 with the wrap tailpiece. Possibly intonatable, maybe. Still can't tell. Looks like we have a mini humbucker in the neck position. Interesting. I think that would probably be more desirable if it was flipped, right? If you had the mini humbucker in the bridge position. Not sure. Let me know what you think. Tortoiseshell pickguard. That works well with this green. I'm really digging this color, for sure. Are we getting a darker color on the sides? Maybe. We have a very thirsty rosewood fretboard. Very. But we got binding with fret nibs. Les Paul special. Okay. Full on refin. They called it Pool Shark. They could have at least put I was gonna say. Well, first they put make the toggle switch plate here look like an 8-ball. the billiard ball 8-ball. That'd be kind of cool. They should have done that, or made this look like a rack, because that looks like a 9-ball rack. You put the 9 balls in there for the 9-ball rack. What is this? Is this some sort of ghost? From the great beyond. That's weird looking. What I was thinking was, I was thinking that the billiard balls, but then this thought jumped in my head with the neck, making the neck look like a cue stick, on the back. That'd be kind of cool. That's a long-ass serial number. Les Paul standard. What we got? Okay, we got kind of the green tips. Okay, what we got here? We got 2022. Ooh, 45. Okay. Or 46? Is it 46? That's 46. Gibson Deluxe tuners. All right. We get a nice case with this. Eventually, we might see a case. Yeah, you get a nice case with it. I like this. This is an interesting guitar. If I saw this in a store, I would pick it up and play it, and just to see what it sounds like. Because that's an interesting pickup montage. Not montage. Grouping. Pair. Whatever. Pool Shark Satin. It's a Les Paul special. The last one we looked at was the left-handed one, and it was $1,600. You think this one broke $2,000? You think they made it $2,000? Nah. Well, okay, after taxes. They broke $2,000. I like this one. It's 2022 Les Paul special. Pool Shark Satin. I like this finish. I like this mix up here. Metallic green satin finish on the front, back, and sides. Headstock face. Mini humbucker neck and a P90 in the bridge. Tortoise. Yep. It weighs 8 pounds. A hair under 8 pounds. It weighs a hair under 8 pounds. I like this one. $2,000 seems a bit much, but I like it. But then again, what else is new? And last and certainly not least, we get a baby blue, which they're calling glowworm blue. Okay, why would you call it glowworm blue or glowworms blue? I remember glowworms being green. 1963 SG Junior reissues. We have a year and we have the word reissue, so you know it's going to be a little pricey. I like this blue. I'm not sure I like it on a guitar, but I like this blue. And that dog-eared P90 in the cream pickup, or the cream color, I don't think it goes with this. Especially with the tortoiseshell pickguard. Something's not right here. This looks like they had leftovers laying around, so they threw them on a guitar. This one's probably intonatable. It's got the lightning bolt wrapped tailpiece. Lightning bolt means you get these little ridges here between the studs there where the strings lay. Almost like a ABR1, bridge type setup on a Les Paul. They take that place, sort of. Very thirsty rosewood fretboard. Full on refin, I'm assuming, because it's an SG. They usually do that. That headstock looks weird. It looks tiny. shrunken. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the lighting. It just looks off to me. All right. And it's got the button tuners. I don't like the button tuners. I don't like the way they look. Almost spilled my drink. What do we have here? What are we even looking at? There's the fretboard. It must be the heel. All right, whatever. Still not liking this color. You should have made the outside of the case match the color of the guitar. I'm not a huge fan of this one, and I hope it's not too pricey. It is. It's $3,500 for this, and no, I'm sorry. 2024 Gibson Les Paul 1963 SG Junior reissue. Glowworm blue satin finish. It's a no for me on this one. It's got the P90 cream color. The cream color just looks weird, and the what are they calling it? Yeah, custom made tortoise tenon cover pick guard. I don't like the look of it. That blue's interesting, but no, sorry. 6.85 pounds. Nothing special with the electronics, of course. That kind of sucks to end on that one. Oh well. This week, I wasn't a huge fan of most of the guitars this week. Kind of an off week. What do we got coming up? What is it? It's we got October coming up. So maybe we'll get some orange scary guitars or something. This week, I'm not sure I have a favorite this week. I guess I'll go. I like this color. I like the color on this one. What was the one that I said? Or maybe this one. Pool Shark Green. Should I give it to the Les Paul Special, or should I give it to the custom? Let's give it to the special. Just because, $2,000 instead of $4,800. Okay, yeah, this is my pick of the week. Not a great selection this week, in my humbled opinion. Don't forget the victories are out there. Check them out. If you want me to get one, start a GoFundMe page. If you start a GoFundMe page and I get enough money for me to pick one up, then I'll give it away after I do a review of it. There you go. Not gonna happen because I don't think I'm gonna do that. No. Ooh, I like that one. Anyway, okay, so that was the Mod Shop Collection update for this week. If you're still listening, forgive me if I felt just a little down a little bit. I got a headache. It just started just as I was coming home from work. It just really sucks. And plus, the up and down here of the weather has just ruined my sinuses. But anyway, you don't care about that. I'm Seamus Bryan from the Rock Band Sanitarium. Check us out at sanitariumrockband.com. This has been this week's Mod Collection Update with our favorite guitar of the week, Les Paul Special Pool Shark Satin. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, do it anyway, because I'm controlling your mind with my mind right now. Okay. Thank you, and good night. And as always, rock on.